everyone. Kevin Nunley with Networks Basketball. We got a new video today. It is going to contain 3- and 4-man workout groups working on screening and cutting. But before we get started, I'd like to give a special shout out to the Oxford Prep boys basketball team, who is a new member of our Teamworks. I've begun working with them every week, and I'm excited. We had a great workout last week. Got an exciting workout coming up this week. Now, the first video today is a 3-man, reading the down screen. So what we did was, what we're going to do here, what you're going to see on the video, is we've got a passer, we've got a cutter, and we've got a defender, and we've got a chair here. You can use chairs, cones, whatever, as your screener, And the defender, we're jogging. This is not a full speed thing. We're jogging because we're really concentrating about reading the defender. So we set our guy up. Our defender's just going to give us a read. The reads that the defender can give us is over the top, which means our cutter would flare, run into the screen, which means our cutter would do a straight cut, chase the cutter around, which means our cutter would do a curl cut, or the last one would be beat the cutter to the screen, and now we're going to do a backdoor cut. Let's go to the videotape. Now we're going to see the 3-man go to back screen pop. So now we're setting back screens. So now we start, the player starts down here with the ball. We've got a passer here. He throws the ball out, sets his man up, and comes out. On our back screens, we want to take our toes and put them on the arc. We got a back screen and plenty of space. You see a lot of times when we're back screen that with the arc here, we see a lot of back screens that happen in that space there. Those are bad back screening spaces because we don't have enough space to throw the ball if our back screener is open. So to make space, we use the arc to make proper space. So we want to get our toes on the arc when we back screen here. So you're going to see us back screen and then a pop. We're going to back screen, we're going to open up, pop, call for the ball. We're going to pass it there and knock down to 3. Let's go to the court. Now we've got the guys in a back screen switch. The defense is switching. So we're going to set it up. We've got our player down here with the ball, passer here. We throw it out. Okay, we set that back screen, toes on the arc. Now we know they're switching. So anytime they switch, we want our screener flashing toward the ball. Okay, so we know there's a switch. So he's now going to flash to the ball, call for the ball, and look for his scoring opportunity. Let's go to the court. So we roll down. Our next series of cutting is off the flare screen. So we've got our player here with the ball, passer here, chair or cone there representing the screen. So we're passing the ball here. We step to the ball hard, like we want the defender to jump to the ball. So we're setting it here, and now we're coming off this flare. You're going to see us turn, run. We're actually going to turn our back to the ball, run toward the screen, and then we're going to turn and backpedal and get our hands up. We're going to go a straight cut off of this, and now we're looking for that skip pass across for our open score. Let's go to the court. So our next cut off the flare is our curl cut. So now our defender's going to chase us. So now we've got our screener here, ball here, passer here. So we make the pass, step hard, we're coming off. Now we've got the defender behind us. The defender's trying to play up so they don't get screened. So now we come right off this screen and curl to the basket. Our next cut we're going to run the players through is flare the flare. Okay, so we set it up the same way. Okay, we got a player here, passer, we throw it, set them up. Now our defense is going under. Our defense is going under, so when we get to the screen, we're going to plant our inside foot. We're going to plant our foot closest to the screen and push off backwards. So we plant that foot here, and then we push off right there. Okay, now the defender's under, so he can't get to our shooter. Make that pass there. This is a flare cut off the flare screen. Let's go to the court. Now our final cut off the flare is a face cut. Our defender beats us to the screen, so we're going to face cut them. So we make this pass here, we jab hard here, we start going. The defender beats us to the screen. As soon as the defender gets in front of us, we're going to face cut directly to the basket. Let's go to the workout. Now, after we've worked on all of our cutting off the flare screen, now we go to reading it. So now we'll put a defender on. So now, okay, so we got the chair cones there, player here, passer there. Now we've got a defender. And again, we just want our defender to give them different reads. Okay, we just want them to give different reads. So now our player, as they start to step here and start to go off that screen. Okay, we want them looking, and we want their eyes looking into this area here so they can see what their defender's doing. Our defender's going to give them a read, and we want our offensive players reading correctly for their scoring opportunity. There you go. Now our next series of workouts is now we're the flare screener. So now we're the screener. So the very first one is flare screen pop. So now we've got the players here with the ball. Okay, passers here. They throw, they come up, they set that flare screen. Now they're setting the flare screen. We want to split the arc with our feet or higher off that flare screen. So they're going to flare it, okay, and then they're going to pop. Same way they. So now when they pop, they just take their outside foot, step outside of where they are, okay, pivot and score. Our next one is the flare screen slip. Okay, now when we do this, okay, when we're working on this, we want our players to understand the moment their defender either gets even or behind them, they can slip it. They don't have to necessarily set the screen and then slip. Anytime they're moving up to set the flare screen, that their defender, okay, either gets even with them or behind them, they can slip to the basket. So here we are. So we're going here, we pass it out, we're coming up to set that flare screen, and then we slip to the rim. Now our screener is setting the flare screen, our cutter is now flaring. So now there's two things that we have to do before we get to slip to the rim. Okay, so first off is we come out, we've got to set the screen here. Okay, we see that their man is going under, so we're going to flare. Okay, so as I set this flare screen, so I'm setting it here, okay, my cutter is coming off that way, so our cutter's going behind me. Okay, so I've got to set the first screen, and then I got to reverse pivot on my outside foot. I got to reverse pivot and set the second screen. Okay, that's very vital. So it's one screen here, it's the very first flare screen, and then when I see that defender going under, I'm going to reverse pivot and set a second screen, and then I'm going to slip to the rim. So anytime that our cutter runs a flare, that our defender is going under the screen, I've got to set two screens. I've got to set the original flare screen and then reverse pivot and set the second screen. Then I slip to the basket. Let's go to the court. I hope you enjoyed today's video of cutting and screening. Please smash that like button or hit the subscribe button. And also leave comments below. If you've got a subject you'd like me to cover, put it in the comments. I'd be more than happy to make a video for something that you want to see. Again, thanks a lot. Have a great day.